Well, they're calling the movement Let Them Play CA. One father and son are setting a precedent for a slew of California lawsuits against Governor Gavin Newsom for his COVID restrictions on organized high school sports. The lawsuits are arguing that the state is violating the student athletes' equal protection rights by allowing collegiate and professional sports to play, but not them. We reached out to Governor Newsom's office for comment, didn't get a response there. Joining me now to talk more about it, Marlon Gardenera, Scripps Ranch High School football coach, and his son, Nick Gardenera, one of the team's players. Great to see you both, gentlemen. Marlon, let's go ahead and start with you. Your thoughts on kids being off the field when we're seeing the collegiate athletes and the professional athletes playing. In your specific case, you're talking about outdoor sports here. We haven't even touched the topic of indoor sports, and why you felt it was important to file this lawsuit.
Well, it was important for the kids. The devastating effects of the restrictions, quite frankly, are far worse than COVID. And while I understand and respect the reality for a lot of families as it relates to COVID, for kids, they were the least likely group of the three when you compare high school, collegiate, and professional athletes to get, spread, be hospitalized by, end up in an ICU, or die. So the idea that we were sort of excluded or isolated and the only group that couldn't move forward seemed unreasonable to me. So we went to work to fight it. And fortunately, we were actually including indoor sports. The governor did take a little step and let some outdoor sports happen, but we don't think that's enough. So our lawsuit and temporary restraining order granted the right for all sports in San Diego County to return.
And Nick, the injunction was granted and you are playing again. Tell me how it feels.
It's great. I've been waiting to get back out on the field since this summer, and it's been amazing to finally be back out there with the team.
You know, collectively, as a pair here, you guys have sort of set up the model for more lawsuits to come. Another one was filed with respect to the indoor specifically. There are safe ways to do things. We've been talking about them for night after night, and specifically within this hour as well, whether it comes to getting people back in classrooms or reopening businesses. Marlon, your thoughts on how to play sports safely, indoor or outdoor?
Well, keep in mind, the kids, when they're with their coaches, are in a structured, supervised environment where we understand the protocols, we take the precautions, we're watching them. That's versus what kids are doing when they're away from sports, hanging out in malls, hanging out at each other's houses, going to parties. We truly believe, and I think the data supports, when they're in sports, they're safer. So we're going to take all of the normal precautions one would expect in the middle of a pandemic. But we understand that the likelihood of spread in the contact or the minimal time of contact is very, very low. So in our case, we have an obligation to take care of our kids. But at the same time, this is motivation for our kids to make the right choices when they're away from sports.
Sure.
Because they have something to look forward to. They're motivated to do the right thing. Now that they finally have a chance, they don't want to miss opportunities because they didn't do the right thing.
Yeah, we know, and there's research that shows that organized sports, being outside, the team camaraderie really helps kids. And Nick, you were saying you couldn't wait to get back out on the field. I'm curious how you and your peers are handling this. I imagine that everybody's being really respectful and following the precautions, the safety precautions that the adults have laid out.
Absolutely. We don't want to lose the little rights we have been finally given, and we don't want to lose the opportunity to finally be back on the field. So we're taking this very seriously and wearing our mask and doing everything we can to follow all the rules in order to play.
Nick, let me ask you this. If you could give the governor a message, if you could speak to him directly, you know, what is it that you'd say?
I'd just ask him to put himself in our shoes. You know, as a senior, I've been playing football for 13 years, and up until 2 weeks ago, I thought I wouldn't get to have my senior year of football. And I just wish he would kind of see it from our perspective and let us do the things that we should be doing as kids and let us get back out on the field, which he, of course, did. But I hope throughout the rest of the state, kids all across the state will have the same opportunities we finally now have in San Diego.
Yeah, that is the hope. And as I said, we're talking about it in the classrooms, too. Everybody wants to get back to business. They want to do it safely. And Marlon, so many people commending you for being the coach and father that you are, setting this example, teaching your son to fight back when he thinks that something's wrong.
You have to. And let's remember what we were up against. Anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, suicide, kids joining gangs at alarming rates, kids being incarcerated, unwanted pregnancies. the number of things that were happening to kids with the idle time, because as you've stated, they couldn't play sports, they couldn't go to school, they weren't allowed in churches. There are still parks in California where the rim isn't on the backboard outdoors. So we really left the group that's most vulnerable and least capable of coping with all of these stressors to sort of fend for themselves, while parents and adults are allowed to make some decisions that can alleviate some of that stress.
Yeah.
So it was a natural fight. It's something you have to do for your children. You were always looking out for them. And quite frankly, there's no one better equipped than my wife and I to make decisions for our two sons. So it seems a little weird that we're fighting for the right to parent our own children.
Yeah, no, it does seem strange. And that was part of the messaging all along, that you can't make the cure worse than the underlying illness itself and the problem that you're trying to solve. Marlon and Nicholas, great to see you today. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story with us.